but I'm not so blind as to not put it on the top 10. So that's why it's here. The mere fact that it made the top 10 is already good enough, and I'm fairly confident that a lot of other people are gonna put Portal much higher on their personal lists, and honestly, I'm all for it. If you manage to put Portal 1 or 2 in your top 5 or even your top 3s, please let me know in the comment section below, because I really would love to know why. Hell, I don't even need to ask why. I already know why. It's an amazing franchise and a lot of people find it funny and engaging. It just unfortunately doesn't work for me. That being said, I've never actually played the co-op mode in Portal 2, so eventually I'm gonna get around to doing that, and maybe my opinion might change. But until I experience it, this ranking will have to remain the way it is. Again, I apologize if my take really pissed off some of the more loyal Portal players out there. That's just my 2 cents. And one last thing before I move on to the next game. Honestly, you can swap the placement of Portal 1 or 2 as my number 8 or number 9 slot. Personally, I would put Portal 1 higher than Portal 2 just because it kind of started this whole franchise and the obsession with puzzle games. But you can swap them around. Doesn't really matter to me. Alright, now that I put Portal on my list, I'm gonna hope that the next game that I'm gonna put on my list isn't gonna piss people off. Who am I kidding? This next one's definitely gonna piss some people off. Okay, I'm sorry. I swear, this is probably the last spicy pick of this entire list. I will explain in more detail when I eventually get to Half-Life 1. I won't spoil its placement on this list, but rest assured, it's up there. So as it stands right now, I can only talk about Half-Life 2 in isolation. Believe me, it is still personally one of my all-time favorite video games. In terms of character and gameplay, it far surpasses Half-Life 1. I would play Half-Life 2 over Half-Life 1 any day of the week. But there are just some things about its predecessor that, in my eyes, according to the vague criteria that I've set upon myself, Half-Life 1 just kinda does better. But again, I will touch on those when I get to Half-Life 1. So, with the time being, as far as Half-Life 2 is concerned, it is still a magnificent video game. This is the game that blue-balled an entire gaming generation with the Episode 2 cliffhanger. In fact, this is also the game that popularized physics as a gameplay mechanic. Physics existed in games before Half-Life 2, but let's be honest, Half-Life 2 is the only game that, hell, even nowadays, has used physics in any meaningful way. I'm sure that there's probably a modern-day game that has used physics to the same level of competency as Half-Life 2, but I still consider Half-Life 2 to be physics the video game.